Hi, first grade. Okay, we're ready to draw some 3D shapes. I hope that you were dancing to that 3D rap song. I love that song. I hope you're able to show your parents and that you were able to sing along. So we're going to draw our 3D shapes today, and then we are going to build a sandcastle with our 3D shapes. And then I'm going to show you a fun way how we can color this using markers and water. Okay, let's get started. Let's grab a piece of paper and a pencil. You might need an eraser too. And let's draw our sphere. Our sphere is the easiest one to draw because that's just a circle. Let's start out by drawing a circle. And let's go ahead and label that. So we know that is a sphere. Let's draw our cylinder next. Our cylinder is going to start out with two lines. Then we're going to close it with an ellipse on top. Remember, an ellipse is just an oval on its side. So we're going to draw a smiley face from one line to the other, and then a rainbow line on top. This shape is called an ellipse. Let's close the bottom of our cylinder with a curved line as well. So remember, I think we've talked about this before. Draw a curved line to represent that this object is round. If we were to draw a straight line, then that would mean our object is flat, and it's not. We want to give it the illusion that it has a 3D shape to it. Okay, I'm going to spell cylinder inside my cylinder. And then let's draw a cone. Cone, easy peasy. It's going to start out looking like a triangle or an upside down V. Then I'm going to close it with an ellipse. You know what an ellipse is. Curved line on bottom and curved line on top. There we go. And this is our cone. Okay, let's draw our cube. And we had practice drawing this when we did our marshmallows. You remember that? Okay, let's start out with a square. We're starting out with a square. And then remember, to make anything three-dimensional, we've got to take some lines out to the diagonal. So starting right here, let's draw a diagonal line out. We need one right here, diagonal line, and then one right here at the bottom, diagonal line up. Okay, let's close our lines with a straight line. Straight line down, and we'll close it with a straight line across. I'm going to label this a cube. We have one more left, and it's a pyramid. We're going to start out drawing a pyramid the same way we started out our cone. It's going to look like an upside down letter V or a start of a triangle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line straight down the middle. This line extends past these guys. See, it goes a little bit further, doesn't it? And then I'm going to close my pyramid up with diagonal line and another diagonal line up. Look what you did. You drew a pyramid. Good job. I'm just going to label this 3D shapes. That way I can have this handy And I can refer back to it when I draw my sandcastle. You ready? Let's draw some sandcastles. I'm going to grab another piece of paper. This time I'm going to make this paper portrait style, up and down, so that I have room for my sandcastle. If you wanted to make your sandcastle landscape, you could. That's up to you. You can choose whichever direction you want your sandcastle to be. I'm going to start with a horizon line. This is just going to be where my sandcastle lives, so I know he's not floating up in the air. He has a place to sit. And then I'm going to start by drawing a square or a cube. And I'm going to start in the middle of my paper right here. My sandcastle's going to need a door, and I'm going to draw a curved rainbow line door. Maybe your door looks different than mine. That would be okay. And let's make some castle lines on the top. Here's how that looks. A straight line up, a straight line across, straight line down, and another straight line across. Let's repeat it. Straight line up, across, down, and over. Up and across and down and over. Okay, look, I've got a little one there at the end. All right, let's make some cylinders to go on the side of our sandcastle. Let's start by making a cylinder on this side. This cylinder is going to be tall. This is going to be like the tower of my sandcastle. Curved line down, curved line across. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and make this a cone on top, just like that. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Let's draw a cylinder. Let's start out with 2 lines. Then let's close it on top with an ellipse, smiley face, rainbow line. And then let's put a cone on top. If you wanted to, you could put a sphere on top of those cones. You could even put a little flag. If you wanted to. Okay, our castle needs to still have some more buildings to it. Let's see. Let's add some more on the side. How about another rectangle? I'm just going to go off my page there, and I'm going to build some more castle lines. Going across, down, over, up, across, down, over, up, across, down, over, and I'm just going to go off the page there. Let's do the same thing on the other side. My sandcastle looks like it's symmetrical so far, doesn't it? It looks like if I cut it down the middle, it's the same on both sides. Let's draw some more castle lines on top. And let's draw a cylinder right here. Maybe this one is a skinny one. Draw an ellipse and a cone. Be a circle and another wavy flag. We can close this part with another building and some more castle lines on top. Maybe this building kind of goes behind this one. I wonder what your buildings are going to look like. What your sandcastle drawings will look like. Let's add some windows. I feel like we need some windows in here. This almost looks like Rapunzel's castle, doesn't it? My windows are curved rainbow lines. They almost look like upside down letter U's and a straight line across. Maybe your windows look a little bit different than mine. You can do whatever windows you want to for yours. I think I'll do 2 more right here. Now, I think we need a pathway to our door. So I'm going to start right here where I ended my door, and I'm going to make a pathway out. I'll do the same way this way. I think I'm going to make some lines in my door. I probably need a doorknob in order to get to my door. There we go. Okay, I think I'm happy with my drawing. And now I want to show you a fun way how we can color our drawing. If you have markers at home, you can turn these into watercolors. You know how we have a marker hospital at school? That's what I do with them. When they go to the marker hospital, I bring them home and then I make them into watercolors. Here's how we do that. I'm going to take my marker. Do you see how thick I'm outlining my cone? I'm outlining it really thick. I'm going to take some water and a paintbrush. And I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to start painting where I colored my marker. And then look what happens. I can take that marker and bring it up into the white part. Cool, huh? Let's try that again. Just outlining on the inside of my cone. It has to be kind of thick because this is where all the paint is. The paint is in the marker. Okay, now I'm going to take a wet paintbrush and I have to color the marker part first and then I can bring it into the white part. So fun. Okay, I'm going to keep on painting. You can color your sandcastle whatever color you want to. Your sandcastle doesn't have to be the color of sand. It can be really colorful if you want it to be. Okay, let's take a look at the one I finished over here. I want to show you something real quick. So I painted my flag the same time I painted my cone, and look what happened. The paint went into my cone, which is kind of cool. It kind of mixed together. We know that red and blue make purple when we mix that together, and that's what happened there. So, doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, you might want to wait until your cone is done drying before you paint anything next to it. So I think I'm going to wait this time, and now I'm going to paint all of my windows. So I'm just outlining my windows. Then I'm taking my brush. I have to activate that paint and bring it into the white. That's so cool. Isn't that so awesome? Did you know that markers could do that? And I love the way it looks. It kind of looks like watercolor to me. There we go. Now, if you don't have markers, paintbrush at home, then you could always color this with whatever materials you have. Crayons, colored pencils, you figure that out and you decide whatever works for you. You could even just leave it with pencil if you wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna keep on painting. I also wanted to show you how I painted my sky. It was a nice sunny day for me at the beach, of course. So I painted some nice blue clouds, but you could paint a sun if you wanted to. I painted some blue clouds just like this. And then I took my water. Remember, I have to touch my markers. I have to touch my marker first, and then it activates it. Brings that paint out. And if I wanted to paint the sky a little bit, I could. So many fun options for you. You could paint it yellow. You could maybe have a sunset. I don't know. You can decide that. You don't have to paint it all either. Oh, look. Did you see what happened there? I touched it and it came out. That's okay. If you wanted to fix it, then you could get a tissue and you could wipe it out with a tissue. I don't have a tissue handy, but you could do that. Or you could leave it. Have a beautiful oops. No big deal. Okay, so now we're going to continue on painting our sandcastle. I can't wait to see yours. Here's my finished one again. I painted the bottom green. I painted my pathway. I painted my door and my castle lines here, and my spheres and my flag. So remember, all you do is you take your marker, you make an outline, and then you can use your wet brush and paint on top. I can't wait to see yours, first grade. I'm so excited that we could paint together and draw some 3D shapes and create something fun for us and for our family. And I love you guys. See you soon.